Aligned with the national vision of Viksit Bharat, the Indian Army has envisioned a three-phase schema. Phase 1, that is HOP 2032, a comprehensive framework under the decade of transformation or accelerated transition. Phase 2, that is STEP till 2037, a 5-year period of consolidated gains from Phase 1. And of course, the Phase 3, that is a jump, 2047, when we graduate to the next level of integrated future-ready force design. Now, this trajectory has further been strengthened when Honorable Raksha Mantri designated year 2025 as the year of reforms and proved its merit in Op Sindoor, where years of reform and readiness translated into decisive outcomes. So, as we carry this sovereign strategic success forward for future operations and the larger aspirations of Sashakt, Surakshit and Viksit Bharat, the real question before us is, what must propel our next leap? It is in that spirit that I will outline a set of springboards that will drive the Indian Army's transformation in the years ahead. The first springboard is Atmanirbharta Swadeshikaran se Sashktikaran, that is self-reliance, empowerment through indigenization. It remains our first springboard. Its results are visible in defense manufacturing, space achievements, and rapid military technology absorption. Yet, much more remains to be done as we deepen our self-reliant capability base. Second is Anusandhan or Twarit Anusandhan, that is accelerated innovations. While initiatives like IDEX and Aditi are accelerating the idea to prototype pipeline, we must now move on from experimentation to enterprise scale impact at a much faster pace in AI, cyber, quantum, autonomous systems, space, and advanced materials. Third is Anukulan, that is adaptation, reforming the ecosystem. As we align defense architecture with national Atmanirbharta goals, we look forward to concrete suggestions from this dialogue to accelerate the next phase. And the fourth, or the last one, is Ekikaran, that is military-civil fusion. The development of warfighting capabilities is a multi-agency, multimodal endeavor, wherein the troika of academia, industry, and the military must achieve deep cross-domain synergy. The military is shedding inhibitions, opening ranges, funding startups, and joining national technology missions, and stands ready to strengthen this troika of transformation even further. However, this troika must look at Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, the word is one family, in a collaborative manner for ensuring long-term trusted friendship across the globe. On this note, as we turn to this year's Chanakya Defense Dialogue, we are privileged to host distinguished military leaders, scholars, and experts whose perspectives will sharpen our strategic thinking. I am confident the deliberations today will yield actionable insights to propel our transformation journey forward. My sincere thanks to all participants for enriching this edition of the Chanakya Defense Dialogue. Madam President, may I request you please share your vision and valuable guidance to steer us forward in this vital journey of transformation. Thank you and Jai Hind.
General Upendra Dwivedi, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Dushyant Singh, Director General, Center for Land Warfare Studies, delegates from India and abroad, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. It gives me immense pleasure to be amongst you at the third edition of the Chanakya Defense Dialogue. It is good to know that eminent members of the strategic community, academia and industry and the stakeholders will deliberate upon issues that have shaped the security landscape of our nation. The Indian Armed Forces have exemplified professionalism and patriotism in guiding the sovereignty of the India. During every security challenge, whether conventional, counter-insurgency, and humanitarian, our forces have displayed remarkable adaptability and resolve. The recent success of Operation Sindoor stands as a defining moment in our counter-terror and deterrent strategy. The world took note not only of India's military capability, but of India's moral clarity to act firmly yet responsibly in the pursuit of peace. I am happy to know that beyond its operational role, the Indian Defence Forces remain a pillar of national development. Apart from strengthening our frontiers, they have also helped in border area development through infrastructure, connectivity, tourism, and education. Ladies and gentlemen, today's geopolitical landscape is changing rapidly. The international system is being rewritten by contesting power centers, technological disruptions, and shifting alliances. New domains of competition, cyberspace, information, and cognitive warfare are blurring the lines between peace and conflict. Guided by our civilizational ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we have shown that strategic autonomy can coexist with global responsibility. Our diplomacy, our economy, and our armed forces together project an India that seeks peace but is prepared to protect its border and its citizens with strength and conviction. I am happy to know that the Army is transforming itself through quantifiable, deliverable under the decade of transformation. It is reforming structures, reorienting doctrines, and redefining capabilities to the future-ready and mission-capable across all domains. I am confident that these defense reforms will help in making India self-reliant. I am happy to know that the Army is investing in youth and human capital. It is instilling patriotism in youth through education, NCC expansion, and sports. The expansion of the contribution of young women officers and soldiers, both in role and character, would promote the spirit of inclusion. It will also inspire more young women to join Indian Army and take up other professions. I hope that the discussion and outcome of this dialogue will provide valuable insights to policymakers for shaping the future contour our national policy. I am confident that our armed forces will continue to strive for excellence and move ahead with resolve and determination to achieve the goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047. I wish all a bright future. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
We thank the Honorable President of India. Ladies and gentlemen,